What's up, guys? How we doing? How are we doing? Thank you so much for joining me today. Obviously happy to have you here. Get my situation sorted here. Jesus. This mic arm is out of control. Damn. Hellboy Vish. Alex, what's up? What up, what up, what up? Fun day, fun profile. This is probably very clear for most of you who have what I have, that trade like I trade. What's up, Boar? I had a great day off the desk yesterday. Honestly, kind of exhausted from a day full of children and activities. So first day of school, they're gone, they're out of the house, and now I can kind of just do whatever. I'll probably be 10 times more efficient than I had been, so I am happy to be here. But yeah, I was a little sad I missed out yesterday. Yesterday I had so much opportunity to go over kind of why we saw the action that we saw, and was a little bummed I didn't get to participate too much. I probably paid a little too much attention to the Discord and chatted in there in between things. But, you know, it is what it is. It's hard to be addicted to trading and not want to opine and pop in and prognosticate. So, yeah. What's up, Jeff? Chris. Would have been nice to trade ES over NQ today. Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't really look at NQ side by side. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'm sure NQ is a bit more violent. Oh yeah, some nasty old wicks there. And I mean, that's the thing too, right? Is like, even me personally, I will execute on NQ or MNQ more often than not in tandem, right? And there's a lot of reason to doing that just because of the pure points capture, but it does make the precision of entries a little more open, right, to failure, if you want to say that, right? Because ES was pretty much equal lows. Things very much respected this profile. NQ largely did the same thing, right? When you look at the actual behavior of what came next. But NQ is prone to those things because they are technically separate instruments, right? But, you know, depending on what you did, if you had like a 30-point stop, then you were fine. But if you obviously got ticked out, I totally understand. But that is why, like, primarily, guys, my primary focus that I touch on every day is I'm trading the directly correlated thing. I am supplementing it with NQ or MNQ, right? So when you look at it, I feel like NQ, you do have to be a little more patient. You need to be a little more liberal with your size, right? Or the size of your stop. And you're constantly watching what's going on over here. But I think this is why also You kind of have to have that in your head coming in on a day post NVIDIA earnings, right? Post data print. When you have that in your mind, okay, things at the open the next day are likely going to be more violent, just as a rule, right? We are digesting everything that just happened in yesterday's data print and then this huge event after the bell, how it was handled overnight, right? What happened overnight? That wasn't like a clear gap up and go situation where we just went in the overnight, right? There's a reason for that same oscillation happening, and you're basically taking the entirety of the overnight action and you're compressing it down into the first, however many minutes of the day. So in that first hour of the cash session open, it's going to kind of reflect what came before, right? Everybody's digesting what do we do after NVIDIA earnings. So if you come into a day like today, you should probably be a little more cautious as a rule. And then if you have this data in front of you and you know, things are kind of stacked against me to like really break out higher, I know the line I should be watching to see how we interact with that, and I know where the support starts below me. That is your primary focus. But yes, NQ is inherently more volatile, so you're going to have a little more variance in how big those dips can get. But I understand the frustration there if you traded NQ and maybe got stopped out a couple times. But the crux of the argument today was it was going to be much harder for ES to break down. Subsequently, you would think the same would be true for NQ, but the general area that held, if you were on NQ and you were looking at that 450 to 460 area and you gave yourself like a 30-point stop on one contract, you were safe. But if not, you probably got stopped out a couple times. But you also had multiple attempts to get out, right? You could have caught 100 plus points on every one of these moves, if not more, actually. So you just got to know the environment you're in. What's up, Anthea? Vish texted NQ, traded NQ based on ES and got cooked because NQ was weaker. It has nothing to do with being me, Vish, but like I said, it's just one of those things. I guess I didn't look at NQ yesterday as much. I was looking more at ES, but that structure is identical. So like one getting you versus the other should not be an issue, right? I mean, they're identical. So your executions are the thing that matter, right? Where you enter, where you decide to place that risk. If you're trading the way that I trade and with the data that I trade with, then like it should pretty closely align. But yeah, it's always going to have some variance. What's up, Joe Vegs? What's up, Banner? What's up, man? Oh, deleted message. What am I supposed to do with the deleted message? Message retracted. How dare you? Season 3 of Dark. Getting confused. That's funny. Yeah, that show's kind of a mindfuck, but I get it. It's a lot of timelines to keep track of. So I 100% understand. Anyway, guys, basically just wanted to pull up the kind of pre-market profile here and show you like why the plan was what it was, right? The bifurcation coming in is just like what we saw in the overnight. We were either holding over this spot to go higher, right? Or we were stuck underneath it going back down to a balance. So you're either playing this range, waiting for the breakout, which is basically what I did this morning, or you maybe waited for the breakout to get retested, and now it's holding and up we go. But the whole plan on the day was completely centered on 77.30 coming in. So if you guys were not aware of that or you didn't know where to look, the whole plan for the day would have been, we're either going to get an inside day as we ping pong between here, we fail this over and over and just end up settling lower into this balance, right? With an outside shot at like drifting to the biggest support area, or we held this and waited for the breakout. So you either caught this initial move and said, I'm done for the day, or you waited for the retest to say, can we hold it into the afternoon? And now things can go higher, but they're likely to get grindy, right? So if we look now and we pivot to the intraday positioning, not a lot has changed, right? Pretty much the same story. We can still go higher. These dotted blue lines are showing us kind of our current expected move. So now that we have this expected move, we have the potential to work up into this and settle up against that kind of 60-65 area on ES. So if the market wants it, right? If it's strong enough to push through this kind of current position, which it looks to be doing, we're going to get some wind at our back. If we can get through this next strike, like I mentioned in the Discord, we could potentially get going higher. As long as that straddle stays priced for it, we have the potential to keep moving. And if the market really has juice and it gets over this little hump here at 64, we're going to go as far as we go. There's a strong potential to get to like 7,800 on the day, honestly. But the market's got to do the work. So you're basically making a bet. Is it going to outperform, or is it going to perform within what's expected? If you want to take the outperform bet, I hope you were in from a lot lower than just recently, right? Yeah, the purple dotted lines here, guys, are, and I'm going to make the NQ shorter because it's just annoying to look at. But I always have to be cognizant of what you guys can or cannot see also. I know some people say it's too small on the screen, so I'm trying my best here. Yeah, the purple dotted line is what we had coming into the overnight session last night. So if you looked at the Globex session, when the market opened in the overnight on that gap up, the market at the time was pricing in through today, saying we can move like 48 points. Okay, and then by the time the market actually opened today, it was more like 30 something, like 32. So now that it's come down, these blue dotted lines are telling you right now we're basically priced for a 15-point range. But we're clearly getting this strength, right? So these positions that we normally look for reactions around are what they are. But now we know we can manage our expectations. Unless we get over that strike up there, the higher we go, assuming we don't cover this particular spot at 77.50, this whole little range here should be kind of sticky. The odds or the probabilities are telling you that unless the market is just bid, right, and there's continuous sustained strength of buying, it's going to take a lot of effort to fully move beyond 77.65 on ES. But we also have to be aware of, if that does happen and the straddle stays at a decent price, suddenly we need to start thinking, what comes next, right? If I'm looking at this like a mountain range, right? We've pretty much got a really big mountain. We've already pushed our ball, right? We started down here, we were in this valley, and now we've been pushing our ball. We're just about to the top of this mountain, okay? Let me see if I can do this a little better so it makes more sense. But this mountain right here, because there's only so much time left in the day, is more like that. If that makes sense. We'll see if we can make this make more sense. I know some people really like this whole like mountain range analogy. Okay. So if we get over this, what you would think would happen is we should be able to just roll down this hill and just keep going all the way, right? We picked up momentum, we get on the other side of it, we're free to go. But the thing we have to remember, right, is that we're running a race, and our race ends right here. So we've got between where we are and that blue line to keep pushing over that mountain and get over this next little one. I think it is a good analogy. I really do. I love it. But the idea here, right, this is it. This is what we're looking at. We're seeing that. Someone has the ball at the top of the mountain. Can we pick up enough momentum and get over the next one? That's what we want to see. So if you're holding a runner like I am, my entry long was at 77.06.25. So if I was really excited, I'd obviously be looking at like, holy shit, you know? So from the pre-market was a 10-point stop. So where is that? There you go. That was my long. So I took 2 of those ES off at 15 points, which was kind of shameful in hindsight, but I was just playing it safe, right? But I wanted to hold the runner for if we got this breakout over 77.30. And I wanted to see, do we continue grinding and moving higher? And if the market catches a bid, we can really go, right? And that's what we're looking for. How do you go about choosing to enter on MNQ versus ES when taking a trade? I understand you use MNQ sometimes because it gets you more points. It's really just more, I'll do both, but primarily I'm going to size on ES because it's the closest like correlation, right? It's the closest, most tradable thing off this profile. NQ has a little variance to it. That's why I don't always go NQ unless I see like a really clean setup, right? I will say one thing to consider as well, guys. I just had somebody reach out to me about it earlier. With regards to VS3D, if you're having an issue using the code for VS3D to get the discount, it's likely because you already did the trial. So it's treating you like a not new user, right? So moving forward, that code is only going to work for anyone who is a new user. So here's what I'm asking anybody here to do. And I'm going to put this in a pinned message. Email me, DM me if VS3D code didn't work. Okay, so you can find me on Instagram. I'm going to pin that message. Hit me up on the WAP page if you were there. Hit me up on Discord. Shoot me a private message on Instagram. If you guys got an error code with VS3D, code Rake or Mitch, make sure to message me your email address that you registered for VS3D with so we can get you that discount. If you aren't going to be able to do that for me, I'm going to give you 1 day to do that. I would like it sooner than later if at all possible. They will honor that code. Make sure you message me. What's up with these retracted messages? You guys got to keep your shit on there so I can read it. Missed you too, CJ. It was hard being away yesterday. If earnings wasn't in the mix, we shouldn't really expect higher based on the profile, right? I mean, here's the thing, guys, and this is what we talk about a lot. The profile is the profile. They are reactive. Market makers are reacting. They aren't dictating, and just because they're there doesn't mean something can't happen. It just is for us to observe what is happening and make our decision, right? If we are seeing persistent, steady buying pressure that's moving through these positions, what is your takeaway? Your takeaway is that there's enough active flow in the market to overwhelm what we know is already happening. So think about that, right? If I know that this whole range should be slowing us down, then I also know that there must be so much buying, right? That it is overwhelming that reaction. So the strongest thing in the market right now is the active flow. People are actually bidding up the market. So if they're bidding up the market, this reaction is not as impactful as you would have otherwise assumed. So then we need to think about what comes next. We are running to this expiration date, right? This blue line is when the market closes. We have X amount of time. We've got what, 3 hours and 15 minutes to get over this next mountaintop up here. And because it's got an expiration date behind it, that mountaintop is actually more like this, right? It's growing. The more time goes on, the closer we keep inching towards that finish line, what's going to happen? This hill is going to seem bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's going to need more buying and more buying and more buying. Does that make sense? But if we get on the other side of this mountaintop, there's no telling how far this is going to go. Maybe 7,800 today isn't so far-fetched, right? So you have to be able to take that into account. What's up, Rye Guy? I think it's like 10%. So it's a little something. It's nothing crazy, right? But 10% is better than nothing. I don't know the length of the discount. I think it'll tell you when you actually like check out. But even if it's 3 months, right? I mean, at least it saves you a little something off the top. But the idea here, guys, is if you want to trade like me and you want to use the best data platform for Gamma, for Gex, right? As it pertains to the index, where it's the most correlated, you're trusting literally the best in class. Okay. They are by far the best service for that, because it was made by market makers, by former big bank traders, right? These aren't like, the way I would look at this, and this is what fills me with a lot of confidence trading this methodology or this way, is you are trading something that is leveraged and built by people who were responsible for trading billions of dollars. It's one thing to be a retail trader, right? You can make money as a retail trader. We're all here trying to do the same thing. Whether you're trading prop firms, whether you're trading a personal account, whether you're trading options, whatever your vehicle, we're all traders. But then there's like real traders, right? And if something is used and developed by those people, that they are also having other big names or funds and firms using the same platform, I'm going to pay for that platform, and I'm going to trust that one over the competition. So the fact that we were able to secure that code fills me with a lot of confidence, right? But the big thing is imagine what it means to be responsible for trading billions of dollars worth of value every day. I will gladly lump in with that cohort as opposed to some spammy guy who developed a similar looking application with Claude, right? I want to trust the data. So that's why I push those guys. So there are all manners of services you can choose to use, but the one that we were able to line up with and get a discount for just so happens to be the best in my opinion. So that's just that's just me. Fryboy, if you want to learn more, you can reach out to me. Banner said, see, that's just it. I think it's really, send me your email, please. If you send me your email, we'll see if we can get you that discount if you've already been a customer for a while. I don't know if they'll honor it because you've already been in there for a bit, but that's what I was told. So if you can shoot me your email, I will gladly try to get that done for you. Just passed a 150K account in 2 days. Went 4 for 4 in my trades using the profile. Took a week off after doing some stupid trades. Came back and watched your stream Tuesday and helped open it back up. Fuck yeah, Banner. Love to hear that, my dude. That is awesome news. So congrats to you. I mean, you did the work, right? But you at least, this is a great lesson too, by the way. Took a week off after taking some stupid trades. This idea that you are just always going to flawlessly execute and not be frustrated in some way it's a fairy tale, right? Even me last week, I know this is maybe a bad example compared to Banner's here. I had that trade live that I managed at the start of the stream where I just watched $8,000 in profit disappear because of what? Just a mental mistake, right? Oh, I should keep this trade on for chat. I want to show them this. And it was the start of the stream. The timing was right. And I was a dick for a tick. And instead of just taking that trade off, it went from $13,000 profit day because I wanted 15K to show you guys live, like, hey, it got to target. What does 20 points matter to you? It didn't really mean a whole lot to me until I gave back $8,000 in profit and finished the day with a $5,000 winner. It seems like, oh, you complain about a winner. It's about the execution. This idea that you can't get frustrated or need to take a break, right? That whole stream was a shit show. The whole rest of that hour was me fighting myself mentally to get back to ground zero and say, okay, you're good, right? You guys actually watched that happen. It was happening the whole stream. I could not shake it. So for someone to admit, hey, I was doing well, but I needed to take a break, there's a lesson in there. It's okay to not trade every day. It's okay to admit to yourself, I need a reset. So here we go. We got Banner in here saying, I took a whole week off after taking some bad trades. Came back to the desk on Tuesday, refreshed, got his mind right, just focused on executing off the profile, thankfully, lined up with me and what I like to do. And the guy just passed 250K accounts in 2 days. Bang, bang. It's a mental game, people. Trading is all mental. Anybody can look at pattern recognition or a system that they trade with. It's all about what is your frame of mind when you decide to execute, when you manage the trade. Can you keep your emotions in check, right? What are you letting rule you in the moment where you have to decide something? And we're emotional people. We are susceptible to those things overruling, what you should be doing. That battle between the brain and the heart applies to everything. But trading, and I've said this before, trading is holding a mirror up to yourself. You will see the ugliest version of yourself covered in nastiness, right? Because you're making emotional decisions instead of ones that are of sound mind. So if you can find a way to balance that, and maybe for some people it's taking an actual break from the charts, from trading, step away, I would 100% encourage you to do that. We want to be here for a long time, not just the good time, right? We want to be profitable over the long haul, not just for a week. I want to take multiple payouts, not just two, right? In order to do that, you have to protect yourself from yourself sometimes. So I'm just going to shout out to Banner for that. Thank you for sharing that with us and admitting it came off the back of a rough spell. But coming out the other side of it is the important thing, right? Super excited to see that. So very happy for Banner. I'm not going to take credit for any of that. You did it all on your own. But if the profile and trading Gamma is helping you get there, then, awesome to hear. Yeah, right, guy. All that stuff is going to get covered. That stream was one of the best streams. It showed the hard part of trading. I don't know what Chart Fanatics is. Slimy. Is that like a podcast or something? Or what is the... I'm guessing it's a podcast off the name. But I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm really excited to see what we do here this afternoon, guys. This is fun now. This is where you start looking at this and you start thinking about the mechanics, right? I'm going to get rid of NQ here, guys, for now, just to keep this on, because I know people say it's hard to see. So give me 2 seconds. Actually, maybe we can do this. Hold on. Bop, bop. I think I can fix this so the chart... I feel like the chart got smaller for some reason. First world problems over here. That's probably why. Is that better? The market maker on charts. Oh, okay. Podcast. The funny thing is I don't think it's lately. I think when you look at this idea of Gamma and the influence of market makers, it has always been there. But I think what you're finding is, just like we talked on before, we're retail traders, right? We're moms and pops. I think everybody in here overwhelmingly are people who do something else for a living, who are trying to do this more for making their living, right? Or supplementing their income. The people that have been using this, that have known about it, are the big boys and girls. The people that represent firms, funds. They're aware of this. There's no way they're not. Every service you look at out there, every major fund, right? Like JP Morgan, when they send their information out, when they have their daily debrief, more often than not, it's in there. They're talking about it. They're referencing the overall Gamma. They're like, none of this is new. It's been there the whole time, right? But more people are finding an edge in more things. You have more access to trading data than you ever did before, right? Anybody with an LLM like OpenAI or ChatGPT, any of these services, you now have the ability to connect to data. Before, that was something you could not have thought to do. So if you're telling me I can use Claude and I can pay for data over there and get it and run my own reports and set up my own dashboard, and I can get the high quality institutional data that used to be gatekept by these firms and funds, and I'm just a retail guy, I'm going to be able to trade better. I can make better decisions, right? As opposed to just only trading one way and one method. If you want to use that, why not use what those big firms and big customers and and everybody else is making their decisions off of, right? So yeah, I wouldn't say that it's just now, uh, just now coming into the fore. I think for retail, maybe it is getting more attention. People are like, oh, there's a repeatable edge in that. I should use that more. So yeah. Let me see. Oh, there's somebody talking about the size of things here. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm gonna do I need to make it bigger? Is that better? What's up, AXP? You guys tell me. I don't want to make, honestly, when I look at it on my screen, now I feel like a grandpa who has his computer screen magnified to like 200%. So I want to try to help you out, but this is kind of getting me here. I hate that, but I'm going to leave it for you so you can see. So the things I do for love. Jeez. Words of Wisdom podcast. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's the guy talking about naive Gamma. Yeah. And I'm sure that was more related to like single names than SPX and ES and stuff, but oh, not the chart, the actual. I mean, you don't need to see the tiny numbers. It's just telling you what the correlated SPX strike is in the contract count. That's why it's bars. The size of the bars tell you everything you need to know, right? That is hysterical, the size of that on my screen. Dude, that is fucking wild. It's literally like somebody gave me the grandpa glasses. This is hysterical. Yeah, I'm not going to keep this beyond the stream. This is actually like really crazy. And it's throwing me off. I keep getting distracted by it now. I don't know that you're going to get the retrace there, Eldred. The idea here is that now that we're over this area as we extend, and I've mentioned this to you guys before, if we clear 65, it is entirely possible we go rolling down the hill towards like 80 at least on SPX, which would put you right up against 7,800. So if I was like a lotto person, it's still cheap enough. You could easily throw something on like a call if we get like a squeeze run higher. But if we do the arrow thing, right, and we say, hey, it looks like the market's strong. Any other day, if you guys have been here long enough, and we look at the positions and say, where do market makers have to help me? Everything over this strike is pretty much a run to this area at 7,800. But you have to get there first. So if we have to get there first, we know there's this mountain in the way. And if we can push the ball and we have the momentum to get over that mountaintop before the market closes, we can absolutely keep going. Yeah, GexBot is a completely different service. It is still naive, but I get it. Unless it's GexBot is a service, then I can't speak to that. I can look it up, but oh, GexBot. Yeah, I'm familiar. I know they model it slightly differently, but yeah, it's still considered a naive tool. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is it. I mean, for me, I'm still long. I'll see if I can pull this up. But my entry this morning was down here, 706. Oh my God, guys, this is crazy business. The size of these fucking numbers. I am sorry. What the fuck? Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, so I took 15 points on my first trim. Okay, so let's move that over, 706.25. So I literally took 15 points off by 2, and now I am still holding my runner. So now, I wonder if can I do 2? We'll do this. So first trade here, okay. So got 15 points. And then the other long runner from that original entry, okay. I wanted to play to see if we got this breakout and how much higher we could grind. I actually thought we were only going to go about here. But obviously, like we talked about at the start of this, we know that this means there's enough boost, okay? There's enough pressure to potentially make this move. So by getting that best possible entry on the day for the long and just letting it go, knowing that as long as we got over this key strike, everything was our oyster in the afternoon, as far as I know we should go slower through this range. But if the market is strong and keeps bidding, all I'm looking for now is, can we get over this mountaintop? If I can get over this and we do it with enough time left in the afternoon, there's every possibility to think that we can actually squeeze, right, through this range. So I want to have some risk on for that possibility, for that potential, right? But that whole trade was only possible for me based on a decision that if I know that all of this down here is market makers buying me up, that morning dip was an opportunity. If you knew that that was sitting there, somebody else is going to say, oh, we filled the gap, that's why we went. Okay, but there's a reason why we held there as opposed to flushing all the way through it, right? So if I know that there was 5, 10, 15, 20 points of ES that were going to get bought that whole way down, I'm willing to take a stab long as we work into that area, right? Knowing that if we get a bid from here, it's going to be really hard to sell back down into it. If anything, I want to know what we do up here. Did we reject it the first few times? Sure, but we never threatened this area. And the more we were knocking against that, eventually someone's going to open the door, right? Bang. Up to the resistance. We rejected, but where did we hold? Where they're going to keep buying futures as long as we can hold there. And now we've made the next leg up. And we've made so much buying, there's so much strength in the market that the market makers who are slowing us down, right? We're not getting as big of bars where the biggest resistance is, right? Market makers are now doing what? This little band, these two positions here, this 10 points on ES has the most selling of futures required on the entire day as of right now, right? So it's no surprise that as we work into this area, we are getting smaller and smaller bars. It requires more effort. So until we get through this, maybe I'll just type in that box. If we can make it on the other side of that, it is easier for us to keep going. That's on the pre-market profile, obviously. So if we look intraday, how much of that still holds true? It's pretty much to here now, right? That should probably be a different color, huh? I wish that just stayed in front. But you guys get the idea. There's a reason why now that we've gotten here, we haven't just exploded. We moved through the range that was the hardest to get through. So when I say that this is very slow, or this idea of we've covered one mountain, now we've got to push over the next one, the market, the people making the bids that are buying this up, they've got to keep going. If they run out of steam, we're just going to get chopped to death in here, right? So are they going to run out of steam? Does kind of the common sense thinking, we got up here, but we're not going to go any further? And if we do, it's going to take a lot of effort and it's going to go slow. Does that hold true? And if it does, then we won't be surprised. But we're also open to the potential of, man, somehow if they got on the other side of that mountain, they got a long ways to go before they get to a much bigger one, right? So this is that idea of being aware of something and having some common sense and being like, I'm going to assume this is what we actually get instead of getting horny for the other side of it just because it's possible, right? I could grow 6 inches today. Is it going to happen? Probably not, right? Am I going to go buy a pair of size 18 shoes just in case it happens? No, right? I'm going to operate as if the shoes I'm wearing today are going to fit me tomorrow because I'm not going to grow 6 inches in one day. But I'm open to the possibility, right? That's how I would look at this. Having the information is one thing. What you choose to do with it is another. So for me, I'm going to operate with caution. I'm not going to lump into a long right here just because we could make that rally. The best entry for that was down here or down here where I went long, right? So this runner, it's going to go where it goes. No matter what, I am well in the money in the sense of I have almost no risk on this trade. And dynamic R is not a thing to me because my original profit target was here and we've eclipsed that. Am I going to trail my runner tightly? No, I want to give it room to go. Whatever I get is a bonus on that runner. But I'm sure as shit not going to lump into a long right now when I know that everything is telling me it should slow down and probably reject and chopped around in here. But the market continues to outperform, right? It keeps showing me it's got strength. So if I wanted to take one, that's up to you. But the best spot for that long has come and gone already. At this point, a harsh move up could also be a harsh rejection right back into this range, right? But the potential for what's on the other side, I will admit, is very attractive. So, it is what it is. I will say, what was it? I gotta look here. I think Alan was telling me he took a is it a Bolt account? I don't know the difference. He was talking about some funded seed account that he took that I'm not familiar with. So I thought I'd look at one of those, but I think right now I'm good. I'm good and sitting in my runner. I don't want to enter in another trade. Sometimes it's fun to take these just to take them on stream because I know you guys like watching along. But like, I can't lie to you why I don't want to take another trade when my entry was literally like 40, 50 points ago. So it's not that I don't want to trade live today with you guys. I didn't get to trade yesterday. Yesterday was killer. I traded overnight and just absolutely made a bag coming into yesterday. But I was sad that I didn't get to trade intraday because yesterday was a really fun one. And if you guys are in the Discord, you'll know what I'm talking about with regards to yesterday's action and something that I can share with you guys if you want to get really geeky on Gamma. But this is looking like we might do it, guys. Let me look here. The straddle is now down to 12 points, which really interesting. A 12-point move literally puts us on the other side of this hill here. So do they have the juice? That is the real question. Do they have enough gas in the tank to keep this party alive a little bit longer? Man, if they got on the other side of that, that would be kind of wild. The irony here is that the most obvious outcome is that we actually just finish pretty much inside of this box. And the reason for that is because of how they operate. So the same thing that is like making us slow down and is like kind of pausing this breakout is that all of the work they're doing to keep you away and like make this resistance is that the closer we get to that finish line we talked about, right? The closer we get to 3 p.m. Oh my God, even the time numbers are fucking huge. That is so funny. It's probably no surprise that I think Alan and I are both the oldest hosts on the channel, that I'm the guy streaming with these massive numbers for whoever can't read them. So I'm going to blame you if everybody thinks that I'm some geriatric who needs these big numbers and letters. It is your fault. I forget which one of you it is, but that's on you. But this is like hysterical to me. Anyway, all that being said, all the futures that they are selling right now, right? The thing that market makers are doing right now, these big green bars, they are selling. The higher we go, the more futures they have to sell as we go higher, right? So if that happens, okay, as we get closer to this blue line, do you know what they have to start doing instead? They have to start buying back. Buy. The more they sell right now, as long as we just kind of keep where we are into the close, we're going to actually probably get closer to that big mountaintop strike up here at 77.65, because they're going to have to buy those futures that they sold away back into the end of the day. So that is how you kind of get pinned up against these bigger positions as we work into the close. It's also why the range gets tighter, right? Just since we started this stream, the thing that I told you, the straddle, right? It started at like 18. That straddle is now down even further to 13. So what that's telling you is the market is only pricing in that much further of a move. And the more time we spend kind of doing what we're doing, just slowly kind of moving up or sideways, the smaller and smaller and smaller that number is going to get. And what's that a sign of is that they're doing exactly what we know they're going to do. They're going to slow us down. It's going to get harder to break out because they're just selling and buying. We get stuck in these areas. So that's why I said it's okay to be excited about the outcome of what if, but you also should try to operate from what we know is going to happen no matter what the market does, right? These market makers are going to buy and sell futures against each other, and whoever is in the market actively trying to buy this thing higher, right? But that's what makes us go slower. If you ever want to see why do we move through these big areas, right? We move through them until we do enough to overcome the reaction of what we know those market makers are doing. So if we look at that pre-market plan about like why it was easy to think the higher we go, we meet a resistance, right? If you're not over something, you're under it. So where does it point you back to? That whole idea in the overnight session kept coming true, right? I know people that took this short at Globex Open last night, or Asia Open, based on the profile coming into the day. The same plan you would have had for cash session today happened last night multiple times over. Every time we failed to hold over this key strike at 77.30, we fell back to a place where we knew they would be buying. We got up to it, we rejected it again. Where did that one come down to? That was literally this morning's trade. And then it happened again. We longed off that area up to the resistance. We couldn't hold it. We fell down, kept trying to buy up and over it. We rejected it, fell down, rejected it, fell down, kind of hold that spot. And then we came down to the strongest support, rejected it, back down, rejected it. And then we kept getting closer, except this time when we broke above it and we hit a rejection, then we held it and we were able to break through the rejection point. And now we're doing it again. But if you don't see the edge in knowing where those places are and knowing what market makers have to do, and if what they have to do is more influential than what everybody else is doing, it's a huge edge. So even now, we've got through this little resistance point, but the higher we go, knowing that there's only until this blue line to do it, the more slowly it's going to go. Unless all of the people trying to bid the market up bid it up enough to overcome all of the futures that are being sold against them in this green box that we know market makers are doing, right? So if they're doing that, you can make a decision. Is this the best place for me to try to go long from when I know everything that's happening above me is selling and it's probably going to be a slow move, right? That's why I said, personally speaking, not an attractive long spot for me. but it's entirely possible that we continue to go. Anyway, I just saw something in the Discord that distracted me that I really want to chime in on, but I'm going to have to wait. Woo! Anyway, if you guys got some questions, let me know. But shout out again to anybody in here that wants to use VS3D. Make sure to reach out to me with your email address if you want to be able to get that discount code to work. Okay? Please, please let me know. And I will be happy to help you out. But yeah, this is about the most obvious thing for me to expect from here on out is basically a whole lot of this. And, you know, settling somewhere in here to end the day by that finish line, right? Or the crazy outcome would be a little bit of this, and then all of a sudden, pew! I'm not banking on that one though, but I'm open to the possibility, right? Could we end up lower though if we run out of gas to keep pushing? It's possible, sure. But we've already done the hard part, right? And this is what you need to remember about what I just said. Everything that is below us is now propping us up here. The market could literally say, I'm going to quit buying. If you just took everybody that was actively buying or selling right now out of the market, and you literally dropped a ball, and you said, the ball is price, and I hit fast forward, okay, and I, like, let's just do this exercise. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Whether you guys realize it or not, every day, most of what's happening is completely passive. There is far more money sitting there doing nothing with no one behind it but these market makers than there are active people trading in the market with enough size to make the market do something. So just think about that. Every single day, more often than not. Go back however many days in a row. Let's turn off the extended hours here. Let's just look at cash sessions. Okay? And you look, we're going to tighten this up. Why do you think most of those days are generally kind of, you could draw a line right through the middle of them? And most of that activity happens from after the London close until power hour. Why do you think that happens? I'll take an answer from the chat. Anybody? Why do you think the middle half of the, or the middle third of the day is the least active time of the day where price doesn't really go anywhere new? Why do you think that is? I'm asking like literally 90 of you to use your brains and throw that in there. Thank you. No active flow. It's not that there's no active flow. It's that the active people in the market are not doing anything of size to overcome the passive decay or the passive moves that are happening just because price is in a spot. This is the idea that if no one is actively doing something, the only people trading are the people trading because they have to. So they are basically doing what? Buying and selling against each other. Does that make sense? So I've shown this before, and I feel like this is helpful to show again. So I'm going to do it. Actually, this is maybe the perfect time to do it. Let's see if we can get this done here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I promise I'm going to show you this. maybe. My God. Maybe not. We might have to kill this one. There we go. Holy hell. You guys see this? Sorry, give me 2 seconds to like clean this up. How about that? Okay. You guys see that okay? Probably just killed all the vibes in this room, but it's okay. Basically, what this is going to show you here is if I took... Of course, I can't speak to the chat while I do this. If I hit play, okay, see that hill? See how we're rolling up into the green and the market kind of stops moving with any momentum? Okay, there it is. That's like what's happening right now. Okay, we had some momentum, but now the landscape is starting to work against us. Okay, there's not enough people actively doing anything, so we kind of just go nowhere. But if I did the thing we just said, okay, look at these bars. Does that look pretty close to what we're doing right now? That's literally almost identical to what we're doing right now, right? We are effectively, let's do this. We are effectively seeing that. We have a big mountain in front of us. We're kind of in a couple smaller ones. But what is showing you, I'm showing you right now is this idea. If we just dropped price onto the chart on these bars right now and said nobody else gets to trade, but we accelerated towards that clock to end the day, look at the ball. What does it keep doing? It kind of keeps rolling forward just slowly, but it actually gets closer to that big position, right? And what is making that happen, okay, is that the only people trading are the market makers. They're basically trading how they have to by the time that bell rings. Nobody else traded, just the market makers traded in that example. So what I'm asking you to think about is, if I know that's happening, right? If I know that that's happening, what the fuck just happened? What is in the background? Did you guys see that? Am I missing something? That's weird. Okay, my bad. I got distracted. But the idea there is that the only thing that's going to make price move beyond any particular spot is if there's enough people actively doing it to overcome what they're doing. Right? So, unless someone changes the equation and overcomes, then we just operate off of what we know. Why do you think it's easier for us to just continue slowly chopping, going nowhere in this range? It's going to be harder for us to fall through the floor, and it's going to be harder for us to break out the other side. We are just getting ping-ponged to death, right? But if we just kind of stay where we are, if we literally chop in like a nothing range between here and the close, we are more likely to get decayed up against the biggest local position because of that thing I just showed you. The boulder had nobody moving it actively, but because of how market makers have to trade futures, we just end up slowly rolling towards the bigger mountain, right? It is what it is. It's a known fact. So the only thing that we can't account for is what do the people that want to trade, that are currently trading, what do they want to do? What are they going to do? How much of it are they going to do when they do it? And is it enough to overcome the thing that we know that market makers are doing, right? So right now, it's easy to just kind of sit here and be like, meh, right? This is so random. Does anybody know the band Mew? M-E-W. If anybody knows this band, you're an instant friend of mine. M-E-W. I think maybe they're like Swedish or something. Super fucking good. I just saw this in my Apple Music library from years ago, and it's giving me some really crazy flashbacks. But I'm hoping this makes sense to those of you that are maybe new to the stream, trying to understand why anyone gives a shit about trading with Gamma or Gex or order flow, right? The idea is you know the mechanics of the market. You know what's actually happening, right? And the only variable you have to account for is what you don't have any insight into that has to happen, right? I don't know what you want to do with your money. Do you want to buy a bunch of contracts on futures or not, right? That's the thing we're watching for. That's what we're observing. And then we're making a decision on probabilities, right? Anyone that trades is gambling essentially on a certain outcome, right? And every game in the casino has a certain probability element to it, right? What are the odds that you can beat the house? What are they paying you based on those odds, right? And that's what we're waiting for. We're watching to say, like, does the thing that I know is happening right now, no matter what, if anybody else traded or not, going to have the influence I think it will on whoever is actively trading? And then I just deploy my risk. So taking that long this morning, right, was using that exact idea. If I go long from 706.25 and I'm willing to risk 10 points, I'm willing to bet that they can't shove it any deeper into this box before they at least go test this, right? That was the initial trade. 77.21 was my first trim on the morning profile. And I knew that if they got over that strike, then we could at least come test up here into 45, right? And then if the market showed any strength in the afternoon because we were holding over this, I can now hold this runner to see just how far they want to take it. But my expectation is there is a hell of a lot more of market makers selling futures to get through up here than there are people that are going to buy through all of those futures. So that's the rationale. So sorry, Ford, I just saw your question inadvertently. That was the idea of my trade. If you look at the pre-market profile, okay, I didn't think they would have enough to shove us through here. I thought the easier move would be to go test up here, knowing if we covered that strike, we could move higher a lot easier, right? Until a certain point, and then we hit that resistance. But about that time, London closed. Okay, why do I care about London close ever? Because I know a bunch of people just got out of the market. So after London closed, I know someone's going to complain about this, but I'm not making that text any bigger. Okay, once London closes, then I take a picture and I say, okay, based on that many people being out of the market, it's between this line and the finish line. So if we grind through this position or have enough buying to get over this and over this, I think we can get stuck up here. And as long as we remain closer to this, I still think we can kind of finish up in here. But again, the same reason I just said it at the start of the stream. Why would I care to go long right here when I know everything above me is keeping the ceiling over my head, right? It's making it harder for me to jump out. I don't really want to put risk on for that right now, but because I'm holding this runner, I feel free to see if it happens. Ren trades. I am literally listening to Frangers right now. Am I Rhino? Track 1. 2003. This is fucking old as hell for some of you. I bet some of you guys were maybe just being born or something. But anyway, I am so happy somebody actually knows what this is. Like I said, it's a flashback for me. This is wild to listen to after all this time. But yeah. Can we break out? Yes, but it's going to be on the back of people in the market overcoming what market makers are doing. And then the attractive thing about that scenario actually coming true is, listen, if they got enough juice to get through all of this selling, we can absolutely get another squeezy leg here into the afternoon. But you have to operate off of like what you know. And what you know is telling you it's going to be harder to move these next 15 points than it is to move, 30. So if the first 15 is the hard thing, you're just watching to be like, okay, is this going to break out? But where do you really want to long from? I don't want to long in the middle of where I know they're selling against me, making it hard to break out. Because the more we chop around, the harder it's going to be to break out. VS3D has this exact spread on their site. You've just scripted the spread to be overlaid on TradingView instead of having to go between multiple screens and windows. Yep, that is exactly it, Luke. You don't ever have to put this on TradingView. You always have that in real time updating on your screen. But I just wanted to have it on TradingView so I can just make a decision based off of a snapshot in time, right? Oh, sorry, that is a long name. Math Authority, leader of math. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much for shouting that out. Thanks for being here. See you later, Vish. Are the number of contracts pretty dynamic during the day, or do they grow as the day moves to the end of the session? Yeah, I mean, people, you got to think about this, guys. The whole thing around Gamma is that it's predicated on the understanding, okay, that there are people trading all day long. But all the people coming and going during the day, right? They're entering, they're exiting, they're entering, they're exiting. That happens a lot. But what about the positions that are being held with big size that aren't being entered and exited so frequently? Those are like your structural behavioral anchors in the market. Why do we fly from one price, but we slow down at another, right? It has nothing to do with the bar chart. It has nothing to do with what happened yesterday or a week ago. And because a bar stopped there before, it's because there is something happening there that is slowing price down, that's making it harder to move. And generally, the belief here is that if I know that there is the equivalent of billions of dollars of futures that have to be executed at that place, I can place a pretty strong bet that we are going to slow down, if not maybe reject from that place to another area, right? Or if you know these positions and the behaviors, you know that now that we're up here, it is more likely that we are stuck here. And unless someone in the market has enough juice to change that equation, we're probably going to do what I said at the start of stream. We're just going to fucking do this. And maybe just finish out sideways, right? The outlier is that somebody says, fuck all you people, I'm going to sell you all the way back down to the opening print, which is possible, but they'd have to get through all of these futures that are being bought, right? So that means there would need to be a ton of people actively selling the market against everything that we know is buying us from the bottom and resisting us from the top. Why do we ping pong sideways? What did I talk about all these other days? Why does it just grind? When there's not a lot of volatility in the market, hello VIX under 15 for fuck's sake. If there's no volatility, it means there's so much agreement in certain places, you just go nowhere. Most people are in agreement. This is a fair price. Market makers have constricted you down. It's like a boa constrictor. It starts out loose, but when it gets tight, it gets very tight indeed, and you don't really go anywhere. So we could go higher, but knowing where these things are tells you what the backbone of the market is, that undercurrent, the force that you don't really know is there unless you know where to look for it, right? So if you want to guess at things based on prior price action, that's okay. You can still be profitable seeing those patterns, doing those things. I like to operate where I know something is definitely happening, and then I'm just monitoring to say, is the market going to overcome that thing, or is it going to work with the momentum, right? But I'm not going to chase a breakout when I know that there's literally thousands of minis every 5 minutes at a certain point being sold against me, right? That's not an attractive thing for me. But I also know in this case, it's more likely that we get finished higher as they buy back 800 minis that they've been selling into the close, right? And we just pin right up on here. Then what you want to hope for is maybe we get that breakout squeeze on the other side of it if we stick close enough to this, and then the market in the last hour has enough juice to maybe make that pop. You could certainly make that trade. But to me, the best entry for it is the one that I took this morning down here, where I can hold the runner stress-free and say, hey, no matter what, I'm getting at least 30 points today, right? So that's just me. Anyway, again, last call. If you guys need that discount for VS3D and you weren't able to get the code to accept, you need to send me your email address. Not Jake, me. So ping me on Instagram with your email. Ping me on Discord with your email. Ping me on the Watt page if you're from there for the email if you're in one of those classes, okay? I want you to get the discount, but I can't get it for you unless you send me your email address. Anyway. Oh, shit. It's 8 minutes past my time, guys. I rambled way too hard. Anyway, so sorry, Lomeli, if you're watching, dude. Maybe it's because I was gone yesterday. I didn't realize that, yes, I only have an hour to talk. But I think today was great. I think today was a great example of the positioning kind of playing out. So now you guys kind of know what my thoughts are into the afternoon. I think we are more likely to bounce around in here with an outside shot at higher. But the straddle is now down another point. So now it's like a 10-point straddle instead of 13. So it's just the more we chop, the more this stuff is going to happen. So yeah, good luck to you guys from here. Christian, my bad. Stay tuned for him, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. But again, please, God, get me your email if you want that discount code. Otherwise, it is not going to work for you unless you're a brand new user moving forward. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow ahead of Jackson Hole.
Yo, yo, yo. How's everyone doing, chat? All right, we're set. Let's go. Adrian, my dog. What's up, brother? What's up? Fish, my dog. What's up, Math Authority? What's up? August Lomeli. Let's go, William. Yeah, August has been amazing. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Adam, my dog. How'd you do this morning, Adam? I am actively looking for long, so today might be one of those sessions where we just get straight into it, but ideally would want to get a tap back into that 15-minute gap here. We're already in it here on NQ, so kind of back and forth between chat and possibly actively looking for a trade setup here. Again, I ideally want us to tap into that 15-minute gap here, but yeah, we're essentially in my area of interest, so I want to be very locked in, I guess. I don't want to miss it. Go. They're the O's for yesterday. My dog, seriously. You're bearish, bro? Yeah, I'm not bearish. And although I'm contemplating taking a stab long, but the fact that we didn't trade into the 15-minute gap here on ES is giving me somewhat of a hesitation. I think maybe we can tap into it, and then, especially given we already took out swing highs, right? Yeah, I don't want to be too premature here, but I am liking a long setup around this range. Ideally, NQ comes back down into equilibrium, If NQ can get to say that 1 minute gap instead of 5 minute gap instead of 15 minute gap, while ES can simply just tap the 15 minute gap, that would be a good long idea here. And again, the long idea came from the higher time frames, which I kind of don't want to go over just now, just in case I do get an entry. I don't want to miss it. So let's see. Let's see, chat. One of those sessions where we get straight into it. 15 minute. I got an alert from what? Let's see. Oh, ES. Okay, so ES just tapped into the 15 minute gap. At this point, I am looking for longs, right? Into premium of the range. The same level that we've been watching all week. Premium of the leg, right? I'll briefly cover it. The weekly, sitting inside a bullish weekly gap, right? We have been respecting the CE and prior week low, right? Which at this point, with how we're looking to close, those highs are not far-fetched, and all-time high isn't far-fetched either. We took out these lows, right? Sell side. I was expecting a retracement back into premium of the range, which is that bearish gap here on the daily. The 4 hour delivering bullish, right? After yesterday, after inverting this bearish gap, trading back into OTE, displacing higher, gapping up, trading back into the gap, displacing higher. So my bias is bullish up until 757 on ES, or sorry, on NQ. We got divergence down at the lows with ES. NQ has been more of a rangy, right? We've been getting cleaner direction on ES, more of a displacement move. So that's something to keep in mind, right? We just took out Asia session and London session have been ranging. New York just took London. So we're trading back into the range in a range session. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The conditions, right? Coming into the day, although I am bullish biased, I don't see reason for price to come back lower down to the lower end of the range. We could, but I think the likelihood of us trading higher from this point is much greater, right? So I'd be willing to take a stab here somewhere in this range, right? Up until OTE, which is around the 29600 area. That's where I would be looking for. Okay, I'm not really, let me see. Let me get back in here because I don't want to miss this. But yeah, somewhere in this range is where I'm looking for an entry. 5 minute. The 5 minutes looking to close in the next 2 minutes. So if we close bullish or go from red to green here, that would be a very good indication. Maybe this inversion here on the 1 minute. That might be nice. Right? Into that next level for a 2.5R. So let's see what we get in the next 2 minutes here. Next 2 minutes, chat. Let's see. I'm locked in here, chat. So one of those sessions. Why this shitty price action when NVIDIA moved 10% on open? Usually NASDAQ moved 100 points like nothing on NVIDIA earnings. That is interesting, huh? NVIDIA. How's NVIDIA trading? I haven't looked at it. Oh yeah, NVIDIA moved. Yeah, if it's the only one moving today, that's why. How is Amazon? Amazon's trading lower. Apple, oh shit, Apple displaced higher. Microsoft higher. Meta. Yeah, there's mixed action from the top 5. NVIDIA is trading higher, Amazon lower, Apple higher, Meta lower. let's see. There's 10 seconds left on that 5-minute bar. Okay, we just closed. Again, somewhere in this range, I would love to see a trade idea present itself, essentially. Up until we give up OTE is kind of where I'd be like, okay, let's take a step back and see where price wants to. Price is clearly not wanting to move now, so something to keep in mind here. Yeah, ES does have relative strength, so that's something to keep in mind. You 15-minute candle in 1 minute. Yes, sir. Palantir is moving. Holy shit, yeah. Is it moving in sympathy with NVIDIA or is it is it on its own? I mean, I see we did break out of this kind of range. So the 4-hour candle here closes in the next 9 minutes. So that's something to consider here when we'll see how we close. So far, the NQ is not looking very directional. It's more on a range basis, right? So whenever taking setups like this, we essentially want to make sure we're not looking to be a hero, right? We want to make sure we are, in a way, kind of in scout mode. Although my bias is bullish, I'm kind of, I guess, thinking about context here. It's because the single name volatility is more than the indexes. Hard to ramp on indexes when there's no volatility. Sector and leverage ETFs get all the volatile while indexes remain muted. More expected out of Jackson's Hole tomorrow than NVIDIA. I see, yeah. Okay, that's fire. So we tapped into OTE here, right to the fucking tick. To the tick. While ES tapped into the gap here. The 5-minute, let's see how we trade here. Ideally, if we get a red to green here, this would be nice, but let's see. And Rid, what's up, brother? How you doing? Maybe we open up a 15-minute bearish FEG. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here too. Ideally, I want to get this bar. I want to get in this bar, 15-minute bar, and have it close green without a gap, essentially, Adrian. That would be nice, but it has to happen. This is where time and candle closures play a role, right? It has to happen in the next six or so minutes, right? If not, then this is looking like less of a higher quality setup, if that makes sense. Okay. Moving. Shoot. I'm trying that. I'm trying this. buying that. Let's see. Oops, search. Where is it? Right here now. Let's see, break even. Somewhere around this range. Yeah, let's see. If the 15-minute can close green, this is a good indication. Otherwise, I don't want to be in this. I was like, you got a little cold war? Yeah, bro. Honestly, I'm New York got me a little sick, not gonna lie. That fucking rain, man. Let's see. 4-hour candle closes soon here. Let's see. Kind of looking at the 15-minute here. I want the 15-minute to turn or close green essentially, which we were at one point. Let's see. Yeah, otherwise, if this fails, I'd be a little bit more hands-off here coming into session, meaning that the only essentially 15-minute gap for the day is looking to essentially fail, right? If this fails, at that point, I'd be anticipating more of a range-bound type of environment coming into close. And it's all right. It just took me out. Just took me out. Let's see. Now hands off here. Looking at this point, waiting for the 4-hour candle to open here, and I'm still interested in this area, but OT has to hold. Dougie, what's up, brother? I was going to join your mastermind stream on Sunday, but I feel like I have everything I need, and it would only be right if I left space for someone else to join because I know spots were limited. Yeah, it's up to you, right? There's still some spots left. Ideally, honestly, if I'm being honest with you, Adrian, there's no set number on the spots. Currently, I believe there's 9. 9 people that have joined, so I have no idea. I was kind of gauging demand, right? So if it was, there's really no set number, right? I just want to for sure keep it under 15. When I first started, I was thinking, okay, anywhere from 8 to 15 would be a perfect group size to where it's still intimate and it's not too large. So I would say if you are interested, go ahead and do it. If you feel like you have everything, then of course don't do it. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, still looking at this as my area of interest, but I want to see a little bit more. No, OT is the 6.2 to 7.9. No, OT is right here, the 6.2, which we're currently at right now. And it's, I was using this trend, the 5-minute trend, or the 5-minute leg, sorry. Just tapped into that 4-hour essentially down candle on NQ, which is also a 1 minute, or sorry, a 1 minute, hourly down candle there as well. Inside 15-minute OTE. Which time frame do you mark it on? Sorry. It's on essentially every time frame, honestly. The intermediate, meaning the 4-hour, 1 hour. Like, when was it? When we caught a 7-hour session here earlier on where was it? It was here, right? We used OTE of this leg, right? 6.2 to 0.79. That's on the 4-hour time frame, right? And then we got trade ideas not only on Tuesday, but also I think on Wednesday from that level. And just like yesterday's trade, right? Yesterday's trade on stream, which ended up playing out for about a 3R, was a 1 minute OTE, right? Tuesday, shoot, wrong day. Wrong day. It was Tuesday, Wednesday at it was after taking liquidity, right? OTE of this range that we took a trade off of yesterday. So if you go back to yesterday's video, I mismanaged this trade, but the idea was there, right? That was the entry, the stop was over OTE, and the target was at discount of the range, which was at that level. You can go back and watch it. That was exactly the trade that I had drawn out. Mismanaged it, but again, kind of an example going to show like what it works on every time frame, 1 minute, and also the 4-hour, right? It's on every time frame that I use it on. It will be Sunday, Adrian. So it's technically not a mastermind. It's just one class for essentially going over draw and liquidity, right? It's gonna be very thorough. So the whole goal is to have every person walk out of there understanding at least bare minimum how to identify where price is headed towards next. Which I think is the biggest thing, because if entry model, doesn't matter what entry model you have, right? If the draw is wrong, if your read on market price is wrong, it doesn't matter, right? So I think it'd be beneficial whether you trade ICT, not ICT. If you have been trading for 2 years, 4 years, 4 months, right? I think the only prerequisite is that you understand the lingo, right? What a fair value gap is and what a bar is, what a chart is. But oh yeah, sorry, fucking a lot of yapping. It's on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. What's up, G? How's it going, brother? DLP. Can you go over the fib level you're currently watching, please? So this one I'm not watching anymore, but at the point of entry, I was watching that level. All it is an area where price can create a potential higher low. It's not a set in stone area, but for example, if the discount aligns with let's say fair value gap, that could be an area of support, right? It's not a set in stone thing, but it's an added confluence, I guess. We're inside that bullish displacive gap. Let's see how we react off of that low, right? For now, it seems like price is headed towards that low. So let's be patient here. Printing so far today, ready for some game. My dog, fuck yeah, hell yeah. Love to hear it, especially with these market conditions. If you came out green, fucking amazing. Freaking amazing. I think the weekly chart is looking amazing for next week. Honestly, if we can close somewhat like we're looking like now on the weekly for both ES and NQ, I think next week could be a very good week for price action. But it's all dependent on what happens. All contingent upon what happens. How's the coffee? Good? Yeah. You take anything or not? Chat, we have brother in the house. We have Lomelito in the house. Yeah, he's here at the office trading alongside. Or not alongside, but he's here, pues. That's funny. You guys gave him that nickname, and I was just stuck with me. Lomelito. Is it just me or ES runs better than NQ? It comes in waves, so it all depends on how market is trading that given day, that given session, that time period. We went through a time period where was it probably like a month ago where ES was just delivering way better. It was moving cleaner. It was forgot what leg it was, but it was hourly. It must have been on this leg up. Yeah, I forgot, but regardless, there about a month ago, ES was moving a lot cleaner, and then I think now NQ is moving a lot cleaner. So it moves in waves. Today, for example, is one of those days where ES shows relative strength against NQ, and you might look at it and say, okay, and ES is just moving better, cleaner, which it is, right? Technically, if you're looking for upside. but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's I don't know. I personally, I'm a believer that whatever if you're looking at ES and NQ on a day-to-day basis, I think it's the best thing you can do is focus on one asset, whether that's ES and NQ, and use the other as like added confluence, right? Because then it creates an extra variable that you have to kind of account for. So it's, for example, like if in this case ES is stronger and I take a long given that data, what happens more often than I would have wanted to was that at that point of entry, NQ is where it starts pushing, ES is now the slightly lagging, and then I wish I would have taken it on NQ, right? And yeah, so to avoid all that and just keep variables as controlled as possible, I just stick to literally executing on NQ every single time. Let's see, we got let's see, let me post a link here. Copy, text, paste. It should be a TPT place pin message. All right, so we got TPT, code rake will get you the best deal, or you can just click the link down below that is pinned currently. Yeah, chat, how many coffees did we got today? Believe it or not, I am on my first one. Coffee o'clock. If you're a day trader and you don't drink coffee, I don't trust you. Yeah, we're not friends. The more coffee intake that you consume, the closer we are. Makes me too I'm joking. It's all jokes, but I genuinely don't know how people go through the trading day without consuming coffee. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're telling me you sit there with a resting heart rate of 60, 70. Like, what? Like, my shit gotta be... Oh, fuck. We got S&T at the lows. I see, yeah, that's what I'm paying attention to there. It's got the fresh cup, coffee o'clock, barely two with some grounds in them and him. What is that? Oh, grounds in them. With some grounds. What does that mean with some grounds? Drinking coffee right now, Dad? I got you, brother. This is the second stream to call me Dad. Nah, it might be somebody else, but shit. I didn't know I was a father. I want another one, but I'm gonna wait after. Yeah, literally after afternoon siesta. Yeah, I feel like if I could be drinking coffee all day, I would, but it fucks with my sleep. Actually, 56. 56, Elder. 56 what? If I drank a coffee, I would have enough money for... Brother, honestly, Mac, I went through a period where I was trying to... This was recent. This was like a year ago. I was looking through my spending, and shout out the Monarch, or I forgot the app, but I think I mentioned this on stream before. How much do you guys think I was spending on coffee every single month? This was before I bought my Gravel espresso machine at home. How much was I spending on coffee every month? Take a wild guess. Oh, 56. I thought your age was 56. I hella forgot about. I was talking about that. Hey, Dad, I'm halfway to profit target on my first eval, and I'm just about to go to zero. 300 bucks. 300 bucks. I wish. 400, 900. Yeah, it was around it was around on a low month 400, on a high month 600. I mean, granted, it was between me and my girlfriend. So for one person, I was spending alone probably like 250 to 300 a month on coffee, which is, I was in my head, I'm like, this is a fucking car payment. I don't know. That's where my mind went to. 600 a month is a lot for fucking Starbucks or any other coffee shop. That was just coffee alone, right? So yeah, it was just I long story short, moral of the story is I love coffee. Shit, maybe that's a little bit for some of you guys. A little bit as in how much I spent on coffee. I thought it was a lot for me for just a fucking coffee. Like $600 for coffee that I could have made at home. Granted, I still spend money on coffee, but not as much as I used to. Another live, another dollar. Let's go. Fuck yeah, Fedor. Yeah, it was between me and my girlfriend though. So it adds up, right? Fucking like 20, 30 bucks a day. Let's do 30 bucks for two, right? 30 bucks for two. Two people, right? I would typically get like 2 coffees a day. So that's what, 7 plus 7, 14. She would get 1. That's another 7, let's call it. That's 21. And then she typically would get like a pastry or a sandwich or something. Some days, other days. So on the low end, let's call it 25. On a high end, 30. So 30 times, let's see. And this was like an everyday thing. So 30 times 30. Yeah, that's high. Fuck. It was like 25 times 30. 30 days a month. And it wasn't every day. Let's say 25 days. Yeah, that's about right. So all it takes is 2 coffees. Or sorry, 2 coffees for myself. 1 coffee for her and a sandwich or something. Get to that number, which... Yeah. An espresso, yeah. I have a Breville that's fucking amazing. So we're currently at that area where I would consider a long. We're at the CE of that gap, right? We'll see how that 5-minute ends up closing here. 15-minute. So that 5 minutes looking to close pretty bullish at that low. So I'm looking for a potential long again in this area. And this is premium of the range here. Premium. So I'd probably be looking for a low-hanging fruit type of setup today. Handle close in the next minute. 22, 25, let me see. Shoot, missing trade. Yeah, I'm trying that. I'm trying that once again. And if this fails, yeah, fuck. Top is at 560. Yeah, if this fails, I would kind of look to take a step back here. Just given that market conditions are not rangy, or sorry, they're not really trending, so I don't want to be pressing on something that really isn't there. Okay, Dad, I'm with you. If this doesn't work, I pass my eval. Don't let me down. If this works, I pass my. If you're, yeah, fuck, yeah. I'm just take trades at your own risk and don't risk whatever you're not willing to lose. That's all I would say. No P&L box. Sorry. I'm sorry. That is wild, bro, please. That is wild, not gonna lie. Call another grown man dad. I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all jokes. I can only call him dad because he actually shows up for me every day. My brother. Got you, son. Holy shit. I got you, son. I don't know why that shit made me think about this. That shit made me think about this. Get to it.
16. Come on. Take 10 seconds to get it again, beast. 13. Come on. You got some more in you. 21. Yeah, get it again. Come on.
You don't know me, son.
Good. 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on, 23.
All right. Are you long? Yes, I'm long. Don't encourage that behavior. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm long. If this long fails, I'd be looking to be a little bit more hands-off for the remainder of the session. I'm aiming for that low-hanging fruit, which is that premium of the range of the down leg, essentially. Let's see. Stop is at 560 for myself. Let's see. I'm hawking that stop here. So we're hovering over under my stop here. Let's see. All right, take it out.
Stop field.
All right. Yeah, I'm done trying longs here. I'm gonna be a little bit more hands off now. Upfield. Hate that sound. Goggins at his finest. I've read his book, never finished. Solid read, just like Goggins. Yeah. Honestly, I've never read his book. Never have. Funny enough, my girlfriend is the one that's actually read his book, which is she kind of filled me in on the main nuggets, I guess. Lomeli, will you pay me to make a song, Bring It Down? I don't think I understand that. Yeah, I'm still long biased coming into the session, but I think that given this environment, I'm not going to try to be a hero here. I'm not going to try to keep trying to push for a long. Literally, the only area of interest that I was kind of interested in was that gap. I tried again at that low, and it failed. So for now, hands off. You can make it. I just won't pay you. Yeah, today's one of those sessions, chat, that you don't want to really press on, in my opinion. Week opening gap. Let's see. New day opening gap. What's going on with you in the EPL? What's the EPL? What's the EPL? What's the EPL, brother? I'd be willing to give it another oh shit. I needed context for that. English Premier League. I don't know why I was thinking about external range liquidity. I kid you not, watch. Shit, I don't got it here. But typically it would be like, it'll be like that, ERL. I thought that's what you meant. Just say you're a Gooner Arsenal fan and join me. When did the season start? Early August through May. Last weekend, got you. Chat, if I try and, man, I want to try once again, but this time, we tapped into that 4-hour down candle. Same with ES. The hourly is now at discount. Both assets are at discount. ES just took out the low. Reasonable to try long with smaller size for me. Way smaller size. Reason I'm hesitant to try another one is just given overall context. If I do, shit. Let's see how we react in this area, but I'd be looking to try one more, this time with small size. I don't want to be very small size. And at that point, looking to hold for that swing high, essentially. Yeah, just given that I am bullish bias, I do want to see upside. And I don't think we come down to the lows. I think we find support somewhere in the range. We are at discount. ES is at that hourly order block. 15-minute swing low got taken at discount. With we got divergence here now. We are still 5-minute gap. The 5-minute gap is holding still. But let's see. Small size targeting that 690 level. Esto va a caer. Let's see. What's your read on price?
No read.
No read. Yeah, it's
I mean, if I were to choose, I would be bullish, but yeah, I don't have.
yeah, same here. I think if I wasn't I don't think Mike picked you up, but if I wasn't streaming, I don't think this is action to be putting on risk for. Reporting shorts? Nah. If anything, longs.
What's up, chat?
Go ahead.
So what's up, chat? How we doing, chat?
Lomelito, take over while I go bathroom.
Oh man, take over. Oh man.
After your stop loss, will you be done for today? Yeah. If this, I'm literally giving myself one more entry with basically half risk. Lomelito. Full port when he goes to the restroom.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's see. Actually, this might be setting up. Hold on.
Handle.
I want to try this one more time with half risk. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I think if we are long, I think this is a good spot to where very good area of interest.
I just don't want to be fading a fucking move, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, zooming out, we have just gone straight down pretty much. But I think if we are gonna go up, it's gotta be here.
This should do so from this area. Not same, but you know what? We'll try. It's a very small size, chat. Last attempt. Last attempt. Very small size. Very small. Literally at this point, targeting that swing high. Targeting that swing high.
5 or
Essentially.
4.5. 5.
But it's a very, again, it's a lower probability setup in my opinion, just given, I mean, shit, look at conditions, look at price. This is more of a read type of take. Literally setting a stop at the low and then a target at the highs and just kind of forgetting about it. 688. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh wait, let me pop up the. More of a retake, small size. Everardo, what's up, brother? How you doing, G? Puerto Rican, all the best proffers, man. You know Everardo?
That on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I recognize you.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't know him.
It's funny, G. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, G?
Was your break even?
Break even? I have no break even.
No break. Sheesh. My bad.
No break even, dog. Camera can't see.
Oh shit.
Nah, we full port. It's full port for Thursdays. I hear about trying to pick up on game. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. You're
Right
at
spot.
the right spot, man. Right spot, my dog.
Oh, man, there you go.
Pumping. What levels did you have up above us?
Top of my head, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're at OP.
Yeah, that 5-minute closure was nice.
Yeah, perfect. Literally perfect.
Bring your little brother to work.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Come on, Dad, pump it up. Nah, hell yeah. Chat. He's here a lot of days, right? But he's usually doing his own thing on I guess his desk. But he's here quite often on the back end. Adrian, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, looking to hold this up until highs, honestly. I'm gonna have a stop at the low and let it do its thing. Very small size for me. And if it plays out, I will be roughly, I will probably make up for the losses. And if it doesn't, just a small little L, right? So good R. Is that a sign, chat? 444. Okay. Yeah, let's set an alert here once the hourly candle goes from red to green. And at this point, yeah, if it takes me out, I'm happy with it. If it hits TP, I'm happy with it. So really not looking to micromanage this at all. How much we grossing for today? So today I'm actually down so far for stream. I'm down, yeah. But as far as P&L wise for the week, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I mean, shit, it's yeah. We're up though. That's what matters. And everything's done live as well, so that also, I guess, helps. For PM at least. And also with options this month, I'm up nicely. Yeah, overall good month. Although it was a month where I traded very minimally, it was a very good month for trading. Your little brother to work there. Are you in trade? Yes, I am in trade. This time I ain't gonna look at my P&L. Same. Honestly, I am not liking conditions, which is why I sized down on this. So if it works out, probably should be up a couple thousand, probably make up for the losses I took right before this. If it doesn't, then it's just a small L added to the for the day. Your bro sneaked away. Yeah. Let's see, chat. No losses, just lessons. There we go. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. What firm are you trading? I trade a handful, but the ones I kind of stick to right now are Tradeify, Lucid, Topstep, and that's how I might go to. And then apart from that, it's my personal accounts, right? I have some with TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, AMP. So those are the accounts that I have, which I would argue are my focus. Copy link. All right, chat. That would be a nice one to put on a shirt. Oh, the quote. No loss is just less. Yeah, I like that. What would you recommend for people that are just starting? I think that, man, it depends. If you know nothing about price, I think YouTube has some really good videos. Just look up how to read price or how to trade for like soak up as much videos on, I guess, beginner stuff like candlesticks, how to read candles, how to read how to identify trend. And honestly, truthfully, bro, I think these streams are very helpful. It's like every day we show up and we put on risk in front of people, and we lose in front of people, we win in front of people, and you guys get to see the overall thought process behind it, behind why I took trades and why it was a winner, why it was a loss, why I'm doing certain things. And I think that over time, over a span of 3-4 months, the amount of I don't know, information gained and kind of things learned, just doing it side by side with me, I guess, is very helpful. And not just with me, but we have a total of 5 other streamers. No, 4. So it's Ron. Everyone's amazing. Everyone's fucking great at what they do. We each trade differently. We have Ron G coming up after me at 4 for your time, Everardo. It'd be 4 p.m. and then 4 to 6, and then we have Azang, which is our night streamer, which he's fucking goated. He trades from 10 p.m. to midnight for your time zone, or our time zone. And then we got Jake, which his time is morning time. He usually starts around 30 minutes before market open, so 6 a.m. to roughly about 8 a.m. And then right before me is Mitch, the Orderflow goat, Gamma goat. He trades from 9:30 to 10:30, and then my time would be 10:30 to typically about 1 p.m., which is currently what we're on right now. So that's all Pacific time, right? West Coast time. But I think watching, even if you don't watch them live, I mean, the benefit of watching live is that you could ask questions and kind of watch the chart yourself as well, and kind of go about it that way. But yeah, I would say the lives, every streamer is good at something with what they do, right? Yeah, I think YouTube is a great start. But yeah. I learned the most from streams, also because they aren't fake since they're actually risking live. Yeah, if you guys were to go back on my stream specifically, there's only been a handful of weeks that I've been red on a week-by-week basis, right? And typically, more than not, how many weeks are we in so far? I don't even know the week number, but I know it's been, what is it? We're in 5 months now. So that's what, 20 weeks. Out of those 20 weeks, April, let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, regardless, it's only been a couple of weeks that I've actually been red. Rafa, what's up, brother? Yeah, that's smart, Fedo, honestly. Not taking any more stabs. This is literally my last stab here. And looking to hold it if we range, if we continue, whatever. But if it takes me out at the low, then I'm literally all done for this session. Lomeli, I saw you in Azang's stream. Yeah, I've been tuning in on his stream a little bit more. Especially right now that I've been going to bed pretty late. My sleep schedule's fucked. It's fucking fucked, to be honest. I just, I pinned the WAP link for Sunday's class for those that are interested. On more of a one-on-one in thorough explanation as to how I find draw, essentially. So again, a couple spots left. Don't have a set number. There's currently 9 people who've signed up. Definitely don't want to go over 15. So I was thinking anywhere from 12 to 14 is like the sweet spot, I think. But I think that the couple spots. I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer Asia session the most. IDK why I wake up early for New York. Yeah, bro, honestly, this month I've made slightly, honestly, with my swing trades, right? I've made more money than me actively trading on a day-to-day basis with my swings. And truthfully, it made me a little lazy this week. I'm like, all right, I've made the money for the month. Let me sleep in a bit, maybe skip a couple AM sessions. That, alongside with traveling, has not been a good recipe for waking up early. Not gonna lie, but yeah. As soon as I'm back in Costa Rica, which will be next Monday, I will be back in that flow of both AM and PM, at least Tuesday through Thursday, and then that's the routine I'm kind of thinking. Monday and Friday, probably not trade AM. Only PM for stream, I guess, and then Tuesday through Thursday, lock in on both AM and PM. But yeah, I agree that if you have a good read on price, I think, man, I'm still a firm believer that New York session is goated on a more consistent basis. Enjoy the sleep schedule before kids enter your life, brother. It's funny, I was having this conversation with my dad yesterday, because they keep pressing on kids, or not pressing, right? But they always ask, like, man, you guys should really consider kids and so on and so forth. And you guys are getting older, and just that typical not small talk, but yeah. But man, I don't know if I'm ready for kids, not gonna lie. I forget to feed my dog sometimes. Actually, that's a stupid joke. No, I'm playing. No, I'm not. Fuck. Hopefully, you know. What I'm getting at is I don't think I'm. Do I want kids 100%? But I think now I just, like you said, Mitch, I enjoy my sleep. You have a dog? Yeah, I have a dog. Which he's currently not here now, but yeah, I do. Lomeli, what's your decision on what Arsenal did to Aventry? Honestly, I have no fucking clue. No clue. What time frame and strategy do you prefer for swing entries? The higher time frame, typically the weekly. What's been your biggest trade yet? I think it had to be with options. My biggest, I mean, chat. Let's start off with the biggest loser. The biggest loser has been 16,000 on Shopify options. It was an account that I had that I turned from 3,000 to 16,000 back in 2021 or 2022. I gave it all up in a span of 2 days, holding essentially Shopify. And my biggest winner, I believe, so there's been a handful. My recent meta puts was up there. But no, I think it was on SPY puts back in, or no, actually I'm lying. SPY calls back in April. SPY calls back in April. It was not here. But yeah, it's been on options, not on futures. I have yet to have a big outsized return day. Like, sure, have I had 5-6 R days? Yes, but on SPY, I believe back in April, I was holding this whole move essentially with options, expiring in, I believe, November, and I banked on these. So I bought equities, which hindsight looking back, I should have done equities. Sorry, I should have just done options out of the basically leaps for SPY, and the same money, had I put the same money that I put with equities into options, so I went half and half essentially. Had I done the whole full amount on options, I would have had a fucking crazy day, or crazy, not day, but crazy month, I guess you could call it. But yeah, it was in the 5 figures in this trade, low 5 figures. But other than that, it's been, 3,000, 6,000, 7,000, which I've had a handful of those days with options. But yeah, that's about where I'm currently at. Other than that, it's 500 here, 1,000 there, 1,500 there, and yeah. So for options, so that I'll kind of cover on the class as well, like how to go about selecting the strike price, how to go about selecting the expiration with because I do think options have a very good potential to make a lot of money with a small amount if you position yourself in the right strike and the right expiration. But yeah, long story short, you want to be in the money before TP hits and ideally before the expiration, of course. You want to be in the money, and then you want to buy yourself If you think the move is going to happen in a week, you want to buy yourself maybe two to 3 weeks. That way theta doesn't eat up your premium, right? Pair that up with being in the money pretty quickly, and you have a pretty good pretty good way of approaching a swing setup for options. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I for sure want to keep growing. I 100% want to keep growing. I think that's why I got into the game, because I realized the leverage opportunities with this shit, right? One thing I learned, one of my favorite books has been the Almanac of Naval Ravikant, right? And it talks about how in today's day and age, the modern day way of getting quote unquote rich, right? As cliche as that sounds, is using leverage, applied leverage with code, media, right? Code, media, people, and money. So in trading, you're leveraging money, right? With social media, you're leveraging content. With code, you're leveraging, say, something like building an app. With people, you're leveraging, maybe you start a fucking old school brick and mortar, and you're leveraging other people working it for you, whatever it is, right? But that's part of the reason why that book specifically, why I kind of always stuck with trading, because I understood the leverage that trading brings. So to answer your question, I think that trading is one of those things where the same for me, for example, if this trade works out, I'll be up, let's say in this current exact trade, say 1,500, right? And someone like, for example, Jake, or Rake Trades, if he were to take a similar trade, he might be up, say 5, 6, 10,000 on this trade, right? So nothing really changed from as far as an execution standpoint. The only thing that changed is his level at where he's comfortable taking losses at, right? So for me, I'm comfortable taking losses at the current level that I'm at. That's what I can stomach now personally. And as I think that as I gotten better over the years, that appetite for risk kind of grew. And I think it's just normal as you just get better and better, like your risk slowly increases. But I would say that there's a plateau that you kind of go through that just becomes harder to scale as you kind of grow. And I think that's where the psychological barrier comes in, because to see large numbers fluctuate on a day-to-day basis, like for some people might be able to see 5,000-10,000 fluctuate on a P&L on the downside and be okay with that. And then some might see 500 and see fucking be like a deer in headlights, right? So it's all that is a little bit more internal, that I think that is dependent person to person. But yeah, to answer your question, I think that the goal is to keep scaling. The goal is to keep putting on risk and get better and better. As I get better, the more I put on risk and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think that the current risk that I'm at now is I'm comfortable with, right? Taking losses. So it's just slow and steady, I guess. Slow and steady. There's no rush for me. Yeah, keep going. Best indicator for NASDAQ, I think, is Jake has a level inside the Discord that I think is amazing. That is included with the overall Discord subscription. Other than that, the only indicator I really would use is ICT kill zone and pivots. That's about the only one. And yeah, like I said, this trade I'm looking to hold up until that high, stop at the low, and not looking back. I see $5 red and start questioning my life choices. Damn, bro. Yeah, it's all dependent on person to person. Bang sniper gang. Yeah, if this was my second trade of the day, I would have sized in regularly, but this is lower size, so yeah, let's see what happens. Let's not speak too soon here. Yeah. Do you take anything? Oh, you did? You're in Longston? Confirmation being
Yeah.
We did tap into that 15-minute gap, so
I know, yeah.
something to keep in mind. Would I go break even here? I mean, break even wouldn't be a bad idea. My break even is 560 essentially. 560 break even. Honestly, we did touch into premium. Discount would be that 15-minute close in the next 9 minutes. Yeah, moving to break even for me wouldn't be a bad idea. Fuck, just giving context, I just don't want to be stuck in this. Yeah, today's not the day to push, so but then again, chat, like yesterday, I went break even on a trade that played out for 3R, so I'm kind of keeping that in the back of my mind. You know what? I'm gonna let it be. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball, man. Fuck it, we ball, chat. But yeah, I think that for everyone watching, going break even at that, and it's not a bad idea whatsoever. I'm in small risk that I don't really care, or not that I don't really care. I don't mind being down that small R. To avoid something like yesterday happening. So I'm letting this play out for about 4R. Fuck it. Bro, quick question. If you don't mind, I bought a 25K Lucid Flex and I'm trying to pass in 2 days, but today I made 623, like with a 1250 target, which is like 0.5% less than 50. So do I need exactly half? Yes. Yeah, you do. Just go, yeah. What I would do, just do one MES or one MNQ. Probably do one MES and try to get it over that that little, yeah. And if you lose more than 30 bucks, then I just say call it and do it again tomorrow. Yeah, the way whenever I do that, I just go one MNQ just to try to get it over the 50%. Oh, do you? Okay, fire. Yeah, I didn't know that. If you do get 1 or 2% leeway, then that's fire. Man, what do you think? Go break even? 15-minute, yeah, it's just technically we are delivering bearish on the 15 still. The hourly closed. I mean, let's let this shit be. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Can you reconsider the TP level regarding the lower? I mean, to each their own, but I am bullish bias, and today is a range day, and I'm okay with taking this loss. So if you're not comfortable with that, I would say break even is an option. Other than that, I wouldn't really be looking to covering here. I'd be looking for high of day essentially. High of day on either MN or an NQ or an ES. Either or. What was your entry?
15.
Right here. So you got in here?
Yes.
Low at the low of the bar?
Yeah.
Fire.
It's, yeah, half risk.
Half risk? Yeah. Hell yeah. That's fire. The 15 minutes looking better now.
No, fuck yeah. Yeah, man.
Let's see. Yeah, if we displace here, it should be good. I entered at 555. Oh, brother, you got a good trade. We let it rip, bro, and I'm gonna pass this eval with the trade. Fuck yeah, Fry Boy. Yeah, John, SV. Yeah, the amount of jobs I had was fucking crazy. Like I did construction. I worked at a stadium, Avaya Stadium that used to be, it's now PayPal in San Jose. I worked at Target. I worked at food spots. I worked at warehouses. I worked at what else? Like a phone store. I worked at what else? What else did I do? I did DoorDash. I did like the whole Uber, like the whole phone gig stuff, right? DoorDash I did for a good amount of time. I still remember I would literally just work DoorDash to fund my accounts, to just blow the accounts and then go back to DoorDashing. I did that shit for like a whole year. I did, what else? Yeah, and apart from that, I would try a whole bunch of side hustle shits. And yeah, I was always trying to do something. Like, yeah, it's funny because like when I was 13, no, I was even younger, probably like 12. I would go around my parents' neighborhood with my dad's lawnmower that I wouldn't say because I was embarrassed, but I just wanted money. I wasn't able to get a job, so I wanted money. I would go door to door asking if they wanted their lawn mowed for 10 bucks. And I mean, now that I look at it, what a fucking, like, I was a little ass Mexican kid going door to door. Like, keep in mind, I was fucking shy, like crazy. Oh, I was also a barber, technically. I cut hair throughout the later end of high school, slightly after high school. That was all at home from my garage. I had a good clientele. It would keep me busy, but yeah, so I did a lot. And I was in school full time during 2018 to 2020, later end of 2020, and then I dropped out of school. I took a leave, which I'm currently technically still not. I'm still on leave from school. That's fucked. Need to go back to 9 to 5, but only trade Asia session sounds ass. Yeah, I think that having some sort of stable income while you're trading would benefit everybody, psychologically. Fry Boy, I think that it comes with time, but I do think that most traders would benefit from not looking at charts after their 2-session, whether it's New York, PM, Asia, and deleting the app. I find myself going back and forth between those, like that cycle of like being super on my phone all the time, trying to find setups, versus like I go through a week without looking at my phone, just tune in for my session, call it a session, forget about it. And I think that Jake said something one day that it kind of stuck with me, which was you should trade after the session. People around you shouldn't know whether you were green or red. Just go about your day and kind of forget about trading afterwards, right? And it kind of stuck with me because sometimes I would hold on to maybe a bad performing day. I would not take it out on people around me, but I would just be more cold for a couple of hours, and then I'd forget about it. So kind of took that from him, and after the session I'm like, okay, I got to make sure that people don't know if I'm green or red, right? Just walk away and It is what it is. At the end of the day, we're looking at little sticks on a chart. Like, I get to think, like, this is my fucking job. Like, this is what I do. Look at candlesticks. Right? And then I think about shit my dad does, for example. He fucking laborious as fucking job. Mad props to him. Like, that's my overall, I guess, goal in life, right? Is to fully retire him. And I just think about his hard work, my hard work in quotations, right? And I just get to thinking, like, man, it's fucking crazy how we let this kind of stress us out, when in reality it's a blessing that we're able to trade for a living, if you want to call it, right? It's a blessing. So I think having that perspective shift, and for me, I think I also had that perspective throughout my childhood, my dad would always take me to work, and I think the overall objective there was to instill what hard work is, right? And what getting an education would provide, right? Just more opportunities. And I understood that in everything. And one thing that instilled in my brain was that I need to do something that is not like this, because this, man, is it fucking hard. And I that's essentially what I did. I did flooring throughout high school. I would go every Saturday. Even after high school, I would go here and there. And then after I dropped out, I went through a stretch where I would, whenever there was good paying jobs, I would go and do that for a while, right? So yeah, life is crazy. I think that if you're going through a hard time with trading, I think that zooming out, having some perspective, and just realizing that it's a fucking blessing that you even have the opportunity to do this, right? It's a blessing. It's a fucking blessing. Not one day goes by sure, do I have bad days? Yes. But not one day goes by without me thinking how blessed I am to have an opportunity to do what I want, right? And how blessed I was to be in a position to do so, right? Like me, I have both my parents are immigrants, right? They came here with literally knowing nobody, knowing nothing, not knowing the language, and their overall objective was just to survive, right? Survive with kids. And in my opinion, that they had no option but to just work, hard work. Then as I grew up, I don't know, it puts things into perspective. Like, I have an opportunity that I wouldn't otherwise have had it not been for my immigrant parents and providing me with food, a shelter growing up, and everything, which is all we really needed, right? And from there on forward, it's just up to us. And I think that yeah, a lot of yapping, but I'm just watching Price do its thing. Yeah, I worked a shit ton of jobs growing up. I say this all the time to my husband. Crazy to think you sit on a desk and click buttons and take money from the markets. Bro, it's fucking wild. Fucking wild to call this work. And even more now, like whenever I'm out, like for example, I'll be out in Costa Rica. I'll be out there streaming, trading, essentially working. And it's fucking wild. Like, it's fucking wild because that same position is the same position that I once dreamed of, just being able to work from anywhere, right? And it's crazy how life works if you really stay consistent. That's all that really matters, right? Just consistency in life and not giving up. So long you're consistent, you don't give up, and you let time do the heavy lifting, meaning that you don't try to rush anything and just let it come to you. It's only a matter of time for each and every one of you guys. Literally. Happy it worked out. Appreciate you, brother. Would you advise me to do that right now because I still didn't What would you advise me to do right now because I still didn't entry? Enzo, if you're still if you're not in this trade, I'm I would say just watch. 'Cause we're at a point where prices could potentially pull back, right? And for you to have a wide stop like that doesn't make sense. You need more price to develop for me to say, okay, it's a good entry. Something like this, maybe a pullback, and then continuation, maybe something like that. The 4 hour is about to go from red to green here. Lomeli, I will soon leave my brother. Well, thank you. Chat, do we see high of day today or no? What do you guys think? Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, they're in the fridge.
Yeah.
You think you could be monogamous though?
Yeah.
Do you know what monogamous mean, Kodak?
No.
I know, exactly. That means, can you be faithful to one woman?
One woman, all the way.
Yeah, I
Forever, just
could.
you and her.
Listen, the other night I fell asleep on the phone with a girl. I ain't do that since like middle school.
So that's your girl.
What was
that
you
the one?
saying? What was you saying to her?
We were just chopping it up like.
So
You
for,
like her?
for the first night ever, you talked to only one girl.
Yeah.
Is
For
that
like-
the one?
I hope so.
I hope so. Damn, that's funny. Yeah. Sending a war with that fit. Yeah, so at this point, the trade is up about 1.5 R. Nothing crazy. Literally holding this until high. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball, man. Fuck it. After we the 4 hour candle goes from red to green. Yeah, I'm break even now at this point. I don't want to give away unrealized profits here. Break even on that. Yeah, just letting it do its thing here. Where's your TP?
Yeah, hi there, guys.
Hi there.
Yeah,
God.
far we get.
Yeah.
Obviously managing it, so I just move my stop up as we go up.
Oh, okay. On the 15 minute?
Yeah, actually.
Shit, we'll see if we continue because ES is fucking lagging.
Yeah. We're gonna get a pump right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Says who?
Man, the markets are watching this. They don't want to get in.
Are you sure buy is not good? I personally wouldn't be buying here, no. Are you guys group trading? No, he pulls up from here time to time during PM session and AM session sometimes. So I have a home office where he where literally another desk is right next to me, and whenever he does come, we'll set it up and brainstorm ideas on different shit, I guess. But yeah, he's here now. Yeah. Honestly, kind of got that from SMB Capital. Just kind of two minds are greater than one, I guess. And yeah. Sup, brother? That's Brian. Damn. They know your name now.
Lomelito.
Lomelito. It's Lomelito, chat. So the 4 hour has yet to go from red to green here. Yeah, so I'm break even. Fuck it, whatever. Break even. Got a little aggressive, fast one, lost one. Hey, that's fire. So long you pass one, I guess. The 50% off TPT, I was eating a couple. That's what I should have done. I didn't even buy any. Lomeli and Lomeli Trading Co. See what we get. Catchy. Lomeli and Lomeli Trading Co. I like it. Okay, NQ just went from red to green on the 4 hour, partially for a second. Had a friend growing up, same last name. We called him Lomo. Same last name as me? SMT at the low. There's no. Yep, Lomeli. Oh, that's fire. Hell yeah. What was his ethnicity? That's funny because I would say it's a interesting last name because I don't really run into Lomelis like that. Italian, I think. Fire.
Archie, whenever you did your did you do anything with an Italian?
Let me see.
I think I remember my pop telling me like
My pop said that. Hell no, bro.
I don't know the word.
23 of me. Oh man, that's funny. Now let me see. Let me pop up my 23 of me chat. Let me see. Have you done that or not?
No.
No.
How did they sample it?
They, I think I swab my cheek.
Oh, okay.
I think. Or no. They have you spit in a container. I think. So I genuinely forgot. My girlfriend bought them and she was like, just do it. So I'm Spanish and Portuguese, 65%. Italian, I guess, is in there. But more Spanish, Portuguese, and then indigenous American, which is, I think, my skin tone. And then sub-Saharan African, which I showed you guys yesterday, but 65% European, 31% indigenous, Mixtec, which again Mexican I think is what it is. You got your DNA, fam. Now they could clone you, bro. Honestly, I thought about that whole thing afterwards. Didn't they have a data breach? Right, guy? Or am I tripping? Or was it another company that had a data breach? So yeah, you should be the same exact, essentially, roughly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even who was it? Like a family member, I forgot who. They had similar readings.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Spanish, Portuguese.
What
That's
about-
crazy.
What about
Her?
yeah.
She was something similar. Something similar. Yeah. Something similar. What was that vibration for? Yeah, something similar. Chat, we're just letting this trade ride at this point. They got bought by Bill Gates. I saw one where they sent a lizard DNA in and they still gave the reading. Swear. Holy shit.
That's crazy. That's real.
Damn, bro. If that's real, that's fucking funny. Damn.
Oh.
Just for shits and giggles, I should do that. And have that be like a part for stream. We'll send my dog's DNA reading. and see what comes back. I swear to God, if it comes out as Spaniard and you're in fucking Mistec or some shit, bro, I'd feel that. That's probably one of those moments where I feel stupid. I'm over here telling chat, like, yeah, these are my readings on this percent. And my doctors not to be the same. Holy shit, man. Damn, let me see. 23andMe, lizard reading. Let me see. Man sent saliva to 23andMe for DNA testing. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Search browser. Man sends lizard saliva to 23andMe for DNA testing, exploring total fraud of a company's claim of human ancestry. The man explains how after 3 months of waiting, he received anonymous results suggesting that his pet lizard is 48% West Asian, 51% Jewish. Holy shit. I'm already thinking about what they were doing. They were sitting on this DNA like, huh, this is interesting. I think what they might have done is compared it to their current DNA samples and see which one it matched with the best. I don't know how that would be fucking possible. But they're like, hold off on that. Whoever. I could already see like the shot caller for 23andMe's office was probably like, set that aside, compare that against current DNA samples and see which one it matches with. That's crazy. That's crazy, right, guy? Fucking wild. Or it means lizard people are real, eh? Could be Fry Guy or Fry Boy.
Fry boy.
Right guy. That's what I would. You never know. Yeah. Yeah. Truthfully. Not regretting going half R here on this trade. But hey, it is what it is. I think 1250, so in the next 17 minutes could get us the push towards that level. Fry Guy and Rye Guy. Fry Boy and Rye Guy.
That's that.
Hey, Fry Boy, I think you Rye Guy might be. No, I'm kidding.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. I was like, wait, is that him or no? Is that him or no? So we got one more sign up for the class. So we currently have about 10 signups for class. Again, looking to have it be around 12. So yeah, a couple spots left. Currently just got one more. Again, this class will be fucking, literally I spent all week after stream for hours making sure it's fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. And I'm pumped. We might be related on 23andMe. Hey, honestly, there's a slight chance that we are all like less than 1% related. Shit, yeah, we're pumping, chat. We're pumping. Man, I'm such a pussy. I shouldn't have taken partial profits. Yeah, I mean, it's smart that you did. I mean, depending on where exactly, but yeah, it's all shoulda, coulda, woulda. Mr. SWC, SCW, SCW, shoulda, coulda, yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like for me, Mr. SCW wishes he would have went on full risk, but no, I was a little wussy.
again, similar.
Yeah, again, if the reason I didn't was market conditions.
Yeah.
Genuinely what it was. Market conditions, and took essentially 2 stabs. And I didn't want to push it on a day where this could have quite honestly failed. Yeah, my target is essentially 690, let's call it. 688 is where my target is. Let's see if we get it. I took 1/3 contract out at, oh yeah, you're chilling. You took out 33% of your position. That's amazing. For partials, that's in my opinion amazing. At 615. Oh brother, you're chilling. If you got a similar entry, that's almost a 2R. Nvidia's pushing. Oh, it's pushing as well, yeah. So it was Microsoft, right? Yeah, we got similar entries. Fire, hell yeah. Fire, fire, fire. Yeah, it was a good trade. I think, yeah, amazing trade. Fire, fire, fire. Oh shit, we already approached, yeah. So we're approaching the later end of stream, but I'll hang around here and just vibe out until 1250. 1250 is where I would expect some sort of volatility, and we'll see if that volatility is towards draw. We shall see. We shall see, chat. We hit the peak by the time you leave trust. Hey, that's the goal, man. That's the goal. That is the goal. That's the goal, man. That volatility is at 1250, so it would be 350 Eastern. So my time is down here, 1250, so it's in exactly about 11 minutes. That volatility typically spikes right at 1250. Yeah, doing wonders. Yeah, it's good, but again, I was de-risked, and I wish I would have went in with normal side, Mr. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, overall, it's a pretty good trade so far. Up about 2R here. Break even on it currently. But we ball. Honestly, volatility got me a little scared, but fuck it, we ball. Hey, that's what, hey. No risk, no Rari, man. Rule number 1. Rules for life. 1. F it. We ball. 2. No risk. No Rari. Rari 2 R's?
Yeah.
For R? Yeah, right?
Okay.
Rules fro. 4. Bro, like.
Damn, G.
Damn, bro. I'm tripping. I should. Golly. Man. Learn grammar. Oh, shit. Fuck. Yeah, what's done is done, exactly. Can you tell us more about the volatility times? What other times do we have for volatility? Typically, it's for our stream time, 12:50, which would be 3:50 p.m. Eastern, is a time where historically and honestly, I wasn't. It's not something I look to trade, but it's something that if I am in a trade and I'm expecting higher prices, that time could be a time where price, for whatever reason, I don't know exactly why, but for whatever time, right at 12:50, price typically spikes in one direction or the other, right? For me, that's about the only time that I've noticed that happen. And again, of course, New York Open is always a time where volatility just spikes. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. MOC, yeah, they call it MOC, but yeah, if I were to guess, I don't know, maybe something as far as like market makers positioning their final trades for the session. I don't know. I really don't know, and I could really care less. All I know is that a spike in volatility more than not fucking happens at 12:50. Damn. Fuck, man. Bro, we were at the gym hella late yesterday. Hella late. we were at the gym, me and my brother, yesterday, and we left the gym at midnight. We got there at what time? Like 9? Yeah. Yeah, a whole lot of yapping. It was a yapping session. Man, am I tired. Hope you hit the target before the session goes. I'm off. Y'all have a nice evening. My dog, Fed, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, let's see. 7 more minutes. Part of me, fuck, we are in premium. Fuck it. Holding that motherfucker. Put some corridos on, compa. Let's get the market to pump. Shit, I would, but lately we've been having a lot of copyright issues. That's been messing with the concurrent for whatever reason. I don't know exactly the logistics behind it, but it's been messing with the stream. So for that reason, we've been kind of having to do just play non-copyrighted stuff. Hey, Lomeli just dropped in to say hi. Doing a job interview today. Just got done with round 1. 2 more remaining. Fingers crossed. Job interview today. Oh shit! It's a multi-step interview or what? But fuck yeah! Good luck, brother, and I just know you'll crush it, dog. Appreciate you for tuning in. Fingers crossed. Yeah, you got it, brother. Walk in there like you're the man. Walk in there talking like, why should I work here? I'm playing. Bro, you probably get straight kicked out right after. Now, good luck, brother. In all seriousness, I hope the best, and I hope you get the job. Yeah. That'd be crazy work, right, William? Walking in there talking about, why should I work here? On some dumb shit. Oh, shit. Man, that's funny. If I do that, all I'll get is walk out of shape. Nah, I'll play. Horrible advice. Man, good read, chat. Good read today. Just like every other day of the week, but yeah, I guess today what I'm kind of picking myself on is not going full risk here, which again is part of the game, but my take profit level again is 688, so right underneath that level. This level drawn up on the charts here is 689.75. My target is, I have limits at around 688. And I'm break even now on this trade, which was down here. So all in all, this was about a 4-hour trade, if it does play out. Godspeed, chat. Hope everyone gets a Rari on this trade. Fuck yeah. God willing, everyone can do that, if that's the desire. Reminds me of the movie Don't Be a Menace when he was doing the whole job. Bro, literally. Great trade. SC, what's up? Just closed. I need to run to the meeting. Fire. Hell yeah. Good luck. Where's your TP at again? High a day? Chat, we're pumping. Yeah, at 1250, I think we'll hit TP. Right before 1251. We'll see though. It all depends. It's all contingent. But if we keep looking how we're looking by 1250, I think 1250 is what's gonna get the spike up higher. Thanks for the evening insight. Thanks for the insight. Have a great evening. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you for tuning in, and good luck on your meeting. Why is your time? Because I'm in Pacific time. So I live in California. So that's why my time is my time, I guess. Let's hit TP, chat. Let's hit TP. Was that your first trade? That fire. Fire. Yeah, from Cali. Northern Cali to be exact. Oh, I don't know. I just never changed it. And it's funny because whenever we're talking about whenever I'm talking about trading with anybody else, I'll talk about trading in Eastern time, which I have to make the conversion in my head. Like when I think about, okay, wrong stream's at 4 p.m. for me. So I got to think 3 hours ahead. So your streams from 7 to 9, right? And then Azing, 10 p.m. for me. I got to think, okay, it's 1 a.m., 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern. And then Jake, of course, it's like he streams at my time, which is 6 a.m. I got to think 9 a.m. to so on and so forth. But chat, 20 seconds. Let's see if MOC is MOCing today. Does MOC push us higher, chat? Let's see. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrong way up. Wrong way. Hey, to be fair, there's no upper wick on that candle, so. Yeah, wrong way, MOC. You're not MOCing right now. MOC is not mocking right now. I'm also from NorCal. Say good night, buddy. Good night, buddy. Let's see. That's MOC. Yeah, MOC is just literally the last, right at 1250. So we're currently technically in it right now. But It depends. Some days we don't get any action. Other days we get fucking more action than that. But it's not to be crazy volatility to be. Crazy volatility is not to be expected from it every single day. It's just something that tends to happen from time to time. MOC. I hate using names or titles for shit, but all it is the last 10 minutes for equities open, which is 3:50 to 4 p.m. Eastern. $15-minute, 1 minute, 5 minute. Yeah. I guess holding this until close, chat. Honestly. Holding this into close. That's a nice 5-minute bar, chat. Thought you were talking about Dr. King? Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? About the Dr. King? There we go. That's the volatility we want. That is the volatility we want, chat. Exactly what we want. Exactly what we want. As soon as we hit high of day, I'd consider closing. Essentially, finger would be on the trigger, but if we displace past it, then I am holding for my full limit order. There we go. That is MOC for you guys. There we go. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Fire, 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 chat. Oh, that's a beautiful 5-minute bar right there. That's a beautiful 5-minute bar. Beautiful 5-minute bar. Great trade, thank you. My brother cashed it in. Yeah, fingers on the trigger for sure. The R is now skewed, but I'm still waiting. That 1 minute is I do think we hit full TP. Iris Lomeli in action, my dog. You know it, brother. From an R perspective, fucking banger to banger sessions. Session after session has been banger. From an R to R perspective. There we go. TP, give me that TP. I think, yeah, if we come back to like the 620s, I'll cash it in. Matter of fact, I'll move my stop up to like 625. Yeah, just in case we have a big spike down for whatever reason. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Let's give me that MOC. Fingers on the trigger here. Fingers on the trigger. I don't want us to come back lower after taking out high of day. Fingers on the trigger. So fingers on the trigger. Give me that. Give me that shit, man. Pause. Fuck. We literally inched my limit order here. All right, come on. Chat, mind you, this was very, all right, I'm out. Mind you, this was fucking minimal risk for me. Very little risk. What a fucking trade. What a fucking banger session, chat. Did anyone catch this trade? Anyone catch it? Man, but literally bought the low, sold the high, live on stream. Can't make it up. I got the MOC, baby. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I'm all out, chat. All out. Banger trade. If I was risked, man, that's the one thing I regret. Not going in full size. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. But even half R, and he honestly was slightly less than half R. I believe made back for losses. Can you run over the trade, please? I'll briefly run over it right now. 1 second. I wasn't here when you entered. Got you. Nice trade, Lomeli. My dog, yeah. Lock that green just for the vibes. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And I still think we hit TP. My dog, Frog Guy. Hell yeah. Only 250 away from passing my Eva. Fuck yeah. Slow and steady tomorrow. Don't look for a home run. Base hit, even if you don't pass tomorrow. You're close. Don't fuck it up. In Lomeli, we trust. NQ Girly, appreciate you. There we go. Nice. What a trade. Bang, bang. Let's go. Yeah, what a fucking trade. There we go. Full fucking TP smashed. Trade entry here. The stop, in theory, could have been at the swing low or that swing low, right? In theory, this could have been a 6.5R trade, or for me, close to a 4R trade, right? This is trading. This is all trading is. Despite the loss I took down here, in our perspective, this was what made it back. Yeah, the one thing I do regret now is genuinely not sizing in more than I should have. And then we got premium of the range up here, which is far, which with this momentum, if we displace past 700, I don't know if it might be on the table. Nice end of day squeeze. Fuck yeah. MOC is MOCing, man. Yeah, code rate on every firm, like I mentioned earlier shortly, which is TPT, Lucid, Tradeify, Funded Seat, fucking any sort of firm that you are looking to purchase. Code rate would not only get you the best deal, but it'll also help the channel grow, help the stream going, and that's how the streaming channel stays alive, really. Right, so code rate on every single firm, again, gets you the best deal. So go ahead whenever you're purchasing up your next eval. Code rate helps the channel survive, essentially, helps these streams keep going, essentially. Without the code rate, this essentially wouldn't be possible. That, and again, one last little plug for Sunday meeting, or Sunday class that I'm hosting. My first ever Sunday class, my first ever paid anything in general, right, will be this Sunday, which I'll go ahead and cover on mainly draw and liquidity. It'll be the best fucking 2 hours on draw and liquidity that you've ever watched. And yeah, it'll be fucking amazing. I can't wait. Literally preparing for it all week. We got one more person who joined here on stream, which puts the class at around 10. So again, looking to cap it out at around anywhere from 12 to roughly around 12, honestly. So we'll call it, say, 2 spots left. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And again, class will be Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, let's fucking go. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the read, which the read was amazing. Fire read today. Fire R multiples, right? Fire everything. Everything was fucking amazing. Hope you guys caught something, and if not, hope you guys at least learned something, right? Yeah, that's it for me. Deuces from Lomeli, deuces from Lomelito, and we're out of here, chat. Later. Yeah, if you guys are interested, there's also a Whoop checkout thing on my link in my Instagram, which I'll plug down below. Lomeli. So I added the oh shit. There you go. Instagram should pop up here below soon. There you go. So it's Lomeli Trades. Go to my link in bio, hit the link tree. The WAP checkout thing will also be there to save your spot. if for whatever reason you want to think about it at the end of the day, right? But yeah, they're spots are limited. Sounds good. That's it for me. Later, chat. See you guys tomorrow.